The UEFA Champions League semi-finals first leg is over. Arsenal versus Paris Saint-Germain ended 1-0 in favor of Paris Saint-Germain. Barcelona versus Inter Milan that played yesterday ended 3-3. Remember, in this first leg, Arsenal were the ones who were actually playing at home. Barcelona also played at home. So on Tuesday, we all are going to watch Inter Milan versus Barcelona, and on Wednesday we are going to watch Paris Saint-Germain versus Arsenal. If you are watching this video on my channel for your first time, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, so when next I post a video that is similar to this one, you'll be one of the first people to see it. And as you can see, my channel is still fresh. I am just starting up and I'm open to correction. So if you are watching the video, just tell me down in the comment section where I made mistakes, so when next I will correct it and you will love my videos, right? UEFA Champions League returning leg Wednesday and Tuesday. Guys, there is no way at this point in time that someone can open the mouth boldly without any pressure, composure, and say that this team can be considered favorite to win the Champions League at this point in time. Because when Arsenal eliminated Real Madrid, after gave Arsenal a 29% chance of winning the UEFA Champions League this season. They gave Paris Saint-Germain a 26% chance of winning the UEFA Champions League this season. And at this point in time, it's only PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, that won the first leg of the UEFA Champions League semi-finals. And if I take you back to the group stages, you will discover that among all the semi-finalists, Paris Saint-Germain are the only club that suffered during the group stage. Paris Saint-Germain struggled before even getting to this UEFA Champions League knockout stage, and at this point in time, they are playing the semi-finals. They are playing the semi-finals, and they are just 180 minutes away from lifting the Champions League. 180 minutes away from Paris Saint-Germain to win their first UEFA Champions League. Arsenal and PSG, none of these clubs have won the UEFA Champions League before. And at this point in time, one of them is going to play the UEFA Champions League. Who is going to play the UEFA Champions League between Arsenal and Paris Saint-Germain? That is a question that is difficult to answer at this point in time. But the only answer is one of them will play the UEFA Champions League finals in Munich. That final can be any of them against Barcelona or Inter Milan. I am not going to open my mouth and tell you that Barcelona can be considered favorite to win the game over Inter Milan. Inter Milan is playing at home, and we all know the home advantage when it comes to football. So Inter Milan is going to do their best on Tuesday to see if they can get a qualification ticket, because when you take a look at the last 3 games of Inter Milan before this Barcelona game, they lost a league game to Bologna. They lost a cup game, that is the Coppa Italia semi-final, to AC Milan, and they lost another league game to AS Roma. They are no more the Serie A leaders at this point in time, and their best player, the best Serie A player, one of the best strikers in the world at this point in time, is not certain if he will be available for this upcoming returning leg against FC Barcelona. I am talking about Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez might not be available for this second leg coming on Tuesday, right? And when you take a look at the game that played yesterday, Barcelona versus Inter Milan, what saved Inter Milan, what changed the game was that first minute goal that Thuram scored. That was what actually changed the game. When you take a look at that game, like from the first minute to the last minute, you discover that Barcelona dominated the goal. 65% ball position against 35. And every chance that Inter Milan created gave them a goal. Every chance that Inter Milan created yesterday against FC Barcelona gave them a goal. Even the last chance that Inter Milan created gave them a goal, and that goal was counted offside. That was just what saved Barcelona yesterday. If not, Barcelona could have suffered a defeat yesterday against Inter Milan. And Barcelona is a team to watch out to. Alejandro Balde, the best right back in the world, is back, and he is going to be available for Inter Milan game on Tuesday. This guy is back, and the doctors, I feel like they have confirmed everything just because they want him to come and play this Inter Milan game. This is the game of the season. This is a final before a final. Remember, just 180 minutes are separating FC Barcelona and Hansi Flick from winning the UEFA Champions League. And if they win the UEFA Champions League, the Tremble dream will obviously come true. Remember, 5 La Liga games are left, 2 UEFA Champions League are left, 7 games are left for Hansi Flick to create history in FC Barcelona. And if there are players to watch in this UEFA Champions League at this point in time, this semi-finals, I will not name any other player without starting with Lamine Yamal. That guy is a talent. You saw him yesterday against Inter Milan. He scored a goal. He gave an assist. He was everywhere on the pitch. This guy, when Inter Milan were leading Barcelona 1-0, he was the one trying things. Inter Milan scored a second goal, 2-0. Lamine Yamal continued trying his things until he took the ball upon himself. A ball that he was like every other player would give a pass, 1 or 2 passes before trying something. Lamine Yamal took that ball, zero pressure, zero steals. He went ahead. He went 1-1 against Inter Milan players. He kicked the ball in the midst of many Inter Milan players, and that ball gave Barcelona the goal. That was 2-1, and from nowhere, Lamine Yamal created another assist again that gave Barcelona the goals that made them to share points yesterday. Because if I was to give man of the match to one Barcelona player yesterday, I could have given that to Lamine Yamal. This guy played his 100 game yesterday with FC Barcelona. This guy is just 17 years old and he has created history in FC Barcelona. Forget, this guy is no more than 70 years old. To me, the level of thinking, the way he takes his decisions is totally different. And with 100 games in FC Barcelona, Lamine Yamal has scored 22 goals, 33 assists, and he is a player to watch out to in the second leg. Trust me, Lamine Yamal is going to do something in San Siro on Tuesday that many Inter Milan fans would never like to hear someone say something about Lamine Yamal again. And Rafinha, that is a player to also watch in the second leg. Rafinha is for a reason considered the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or this season. Rafinha is for a reason considered the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or this season. This guy has scored 12 goals this season in the UEFA Champions League, 8 assists in the UEFA Champions League, 20 goals contribution in the UEFA Champions League this season for Rafinha. And that goal yesterday, I don't know why they are giving it to Jan Sommer, because that goal was class. That goal was class. Out of the 80-meter box, he scored. To me, he scored. And that is also another player to watch out to in the second leg. So if you are watching the video right up to this point, may I know your thoughts down in the comment section. Where do you think these two coaches, like Barcelona versus Inter Milan, where do you think Hansi Flick can do better to get a win over Inter Milan? And where do you also think Inter Milan can do better if they want to gain a win over Barcelona? And one thing also, the formation of these two teams needs to matter. You know, a second leg is always like a final before a final. When you are coming to play the UEFA Champions League second leg, whether it's the quarterfinals or the semi-finals, you know that is their last chance. And even with a 5 goals advantage, they can still be a comeback. So it is always a finals before a finals. Let me know what you think down in the comment section and the formation that you would like to see Hansi Flick play with. And if you're an Inter Milan fan, let me also know the formation that you would like Inzaghi to play with against FC Barcelona on Tuesday. Arsenal, you guys should listen something. To all Arsenal fans that are watching this video, I made one video last week. I said something very clear. Arsenal needs to play very well. There is no way you can play Paris Saint-Germain the way Arsenal played last week. There is no way. If Arsenal wants to get a win, then they have to change their ways. If they want to get a win on Wednesday and a qualification ticket to Munich, they have to change their play style. The pressure they put needs to be different. Like they have just 180 minutes to get the trophy and they have to play differently, right? That game against Paris Saint-Germain will just be 90 minutes and they need to sacrifice their life and run for 90 minutes if they want to get a trophy. Paris Saint-Germain having a 1-0 lead is no different with a club with a 0-goal lead. Though it comes with a little bit of advantage because you feel like you have a goal to defend at home. But you can still defend that goal 90 plus and they come and score you 1 and you guys go for prolongation and you get up being eliminated. That is something that Paris Saint-Germain needs to put in their head. They should consider everything to be at 0-0 before that game on Wednesday. And if you're a Paris Saint-Germain fan, you're watching the video, may I know the formation that you would like to see Luis Enrique play with against Mikel Arteta on Wednesday? And the same thing goes for Arsenal fans. What formation, what tactics, what strategies are you expecting Mikel Arteta to use against Luis Enrique on Wednesday if Arsenal wants to get a win over Paris Saint-Germain and get a qualification ticket to play the UEFA Champions League final in Munich? So guys, this is the end of the video. And one thing I would like to tell you is this, is my predictions. I always do my predictions at the end of every match analysis that I do. And if I'm to predict Inter Milan versus Barca game, I will say Barca Inter Milan, which was yesterday. Inter Milan versus Barca game that we played on Tuesday. I'll give Barca a win. There will be no prolongation in that game. I'll give Barca a straight win. And Paris Saint-Germain versus Arsenal, I'll also give Paris Saint-Germain a straight win over Arsenal. And Uefa Champions League finals in Munich will be Barcelona versus Paris Saint-Germain. And at the end of the day, Barcelona, Hansi Flick will be crowned champions. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And most importantly, you hit the bell button. So when I post a video that is similar to this one, you'll be among the first people to see it. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel to support my work.